Well, hello everyone. Steve the Amateur Historian. And, oh god, I just took my eye drops. There's like river flowing through my vision. Maybe this was the best time to do a video, but anyway, I guess it doesn't matter so much that I see you as much as it's you see me. So I just want to let you guys, I'm going to give you guys a rundown on what has become the primary focus of my channel over the past year, which is my Historic Murders of Portland series. It, makes up about 3/4 of the content I've been doing recently. And I'm still not really losing my drive to do it, even though I've recorded to this point, and I'm going to do more. I've recorded almost 100 episodes by this point right now. And I told you guys I was going to have a little break, just to make it right between the end of season 1, which really was like 60 episodes, so really it's probably like 2 or 3 seasons, theoretically, of stuff. I was going to have a little gap between that and the start of season 2. Well, I'm going to tell you now, the next video I post on my channel after this one is going to be the season premiere of season 2, and then, the episodes from that season are going to be peppered in. Now, the main way that I've been kind of dividing things into seasons is based primarily on when I'm doing them. I shot a boatload of videos when I first started this series, those 60 or so that I did. So I kind of keep them together. Then I, stopped doing it for several months. And then I had 2 or 3 days where I did a bunch of them again. And then I stopped doing it for like 2 months. And just in the last week and a half, I've had 3 outings where I've started doing some. So there's kind of there's been these since that first rush of episodes, there's been these 2 periods where I've done a bunch of episodes. So that first rush I did is going to comprise season 2. The rush that I'm doing now is going to comprise season 3. And I still have a lot of cases to cover, and I've pretty much done enough to do 2 or 3 seasons, or the 2nd and 3rd season. So I'm probably going to finish off what I have left and make a 4th season out of it. And that may be the end of the series, because I'm running out of cases. You can only find so many murder cases in old Portland history. That being said, well, wait, I'll get to that in a second. So, season 2, I believe, is going to be 16 episodes. They're all completed, all done, all ready to go. I already have a playlist set for them that I haven't gone live with yet because all the videos are still private, so there's nothing to see on the playlist. And then I've already created a season 3 playlist to put the episodes I'm currently doing on as I'm getting them finished. And so that season is probably, I have about 14 episodes so far. I'm thinking about doing another outing this week, and I may put those episodes into this season. So the 3rd season may be about 18, maybe 20 episodes. And then the 4th season will be whatever it is. It'll be everything that I have left that I still want to do, cases that I still want to do videos on. And that may be it for the series. And that's still like 45, 50 episodes lingering in your future. That being said, I recently read a book, Behind the Badge in River City, which was written by a man named Don Dupay, who is a former Portland officer who I actually met when I did my documentary film, The Woman in the River, which is on my channel. Go watch it. It's definitely continuity, because it was actually like a documentary. It wasn't like a YouTube documentary. It was like I busted the good camera out, did intensive research, went out and did film shoots, and actually conducted interviews for it. And when I was doing those interviews, I met him in person, and I read this book, and it's a memoir of his experience as an officer in Portland during the 60s and 70s. And I'm already, I have a massive collection of 70s crime drama films to prove it. Well, obviously Hollywood-wise, I'm big on like 60s, but really 70s crime. I've always been really into that, and so of course this book that he writes gets a lot into it, and so I am contemplating. I don't want to just keep dragging it out. I don't want to spend forever doing, because this research is what really takes a long time in the Historic Murders of Portland series I did. The video, I've got the notes. It takes less than an hour usually to shoot an episode, and then to cut it up doesn't even really take too long either. I just have to interject all any pictures or old newspaper clippings I find, or video footage if there is any. But it's the research that takes a long time. but I am contemplating doing something of an offshoot, and also because my Historic Murders of Portland series covers cases that are so old that most of them take place in and around downtown, and I kind of want to cover murder cases that hit more parts of Portland. So I am contemplating. It's not a guarantee, but it probably will happen because I am interested enough in doing it. But I'm contemplating doing an offshoot of the Historic Murders of Portland series, something in the same style, but is focused specifically on 70s murder cases in Portland. And of course, all across America, it really started in the 60s, but then the 70s, crime really started skyrocketing. We started seeing, that's when serial killers really started to blow up, mass murders were blowing up, and just all forms of violent crime were escalating, and they kind of peaked by the early 80s, and by the late 80s they plateaued, and pretty much ever since then, violent crimes have actually kind of slowly started going down overall, which is really impressive when you think about it, because you think there's so many millions more people in America now than there were, say, in 1982. So there's millions and millions of more people, millions and millions more opportunities for people to be born and to be violent criminals. And obviously there's still plenty of violent crime in our country, but the fact that the overall numbers have steadily dropped as the population has grown is, I mean, it's good. So, I mean, we have that. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you guys know, because this is obviously such a significant element to my channel, what the future holds for the Historic Murders of Portland series. And I'll also tell you that Season 2 is literally right around the corner, so you don't have to wait too much longer. And, yeah, these episodes, I think, are really good. They're definitely diverse. A lot of cases I find are, husbands who murdered their wives, or wives who murdered their husbands, or people who murdered people out of jealousy, or people who murdered people, usually men killing women, who wouldn't accept their love, so on and so forth. And those cases are going to still happen because they were so prevalent during this time period. But Season 2 specifically is a lot more diverse. There's a lot more different types of cases involved in it, including one video that I thought I lost all the footage on. It's one of the first videos I did in this series, and I thought I lost it, and I found it, so it's being included in this season as kind of a lost episode. So a lot of fun stuff coming down the pike for Season 2, and then ultimately Season 3 will come along, and then eventually Season 4, and if all goes well, there'll be kind of a 1970s version that I do. We'll see. So I just wanted to keep you up to speed on that, let you know what's coming in this big bombastic series. And as always, thanks for your support. Thanks for always watching if you do, and if you watch periodically, thank you still. And till next time, this has been Steve the Amateur Historian. Thanks for watching.